Who was the highest and the lowest paid president and why?
We did go ahead and calculate this. We figured out the sort of the average salary that each president was awarded over the course of their term, adjusted for inflation. And the highest paid salary, the highest paid president by far in American history was William Howard Taft. He was only in office for 4 years, from 1909 to 1913. He came into office just as the presidential salary was raised from $50,000 to $75,000. That was worth over $2.5 million in today's money. So we're talking about a very, very well compensated president. That was his average salary over the course of his term. Of course, that didn't actually stick around for very long. His successor, Woodrow Wilson, who was in office from 1913 to 1921, ended up seeing the inflation-adjusted value of his salary, which, remember, was staying flat at that $75,000, drop by more than half by the end of his term because of inflation due to World War I and the end of World War I and Spanish flu and all sorts of stuff. You saw lots of inflation, lots of government spending, that kind of thing. And then the lowest paid president you also mentioned, that was actually Bill Clinton. He came into office after, it had been decades since the presidential salary had been revised upwards to, keep pace with inflation. And he came into office after several decades of fairly consistent low-level to medium-level inflation. And so his $200,000 salary was, over the course of his term, only paying him an average of about $350,000 a year, the lowest point it ever reached in adjusted for inflation was about $350,000 in today's dollars. That's pretty low. And then, of course, it was bumped up for George W. Bush the next, when he came into office.